Hi, I'm Aisling from Beaut.ie, and today I am going to talk to you a bit about strobing. So it was one of those things online that kind of just, they tried to make a sensation like contouring. Again, these are two things that makeup artists learn all along the way, and we've kind of known it for years and years. It's one of those things that has developed a long time ago. It was actually taken from Leonardo da Vinci, who developed sfumata and chiaroscuro, and these were two techniques that kind of, one was the differentiation of light to dark, and the other one was that kind of perfect blend. So it was just being able to create a technique or a look or an eyeshadow that would go from very dark to very light in a flawless manner. So that's kind of technically what we do with blending, and that's when we talk about getting a smoky eye, that kind of a thing. It's used with loads of different techniques in makeup. So today I want to just address the whole strobing thing. So strobing is essentially just highlighting. So I suppose contouring got very heavy and it got very technical, and people who weren't kind of able to do it ended up looking like they're really dark and dirty. But obviously once it's done kind of minimally in different ways, it can look really well on a person. Once you're emphasizing their own personal bone structure and not trying to create something that doesn't exist, unless you're an artist, then you can do that, but that's a whole other lesson. So I am going to just show you how to highlight and where to highlight, or to strobe the face to just lift it and give it a really nice glow for summer. So the first product you are going to need for this is some form of kind of either balm or liquid or kind of any form of highlighter. So I'm going to use the 17 Wow Skin highlighter, and it's a 3-way highlighter. So that just came into the office today, so I'm just going to try it out. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put a tiny bit on the back of my hand. So you only need really one pump. And when you're using anything kind of cream or liquidy, it's almost better to do it with your fingers. And the reason being is you can use the oils from your fingers to just kind of push it into your skin, and it just looks a little bit better. And so I'm going to take it on my hands, and I'm just literally kind of pushing it onto my hand. So I don't have a huge amount, I just want to get a little bit of product, and I can build that up slowly instead of taking a huge amount of product, and then it just gets really messy. So the first place I want to highlight is just kind of the top of my cheekbone. So just using what is on my fingers, I'm just going to push it onto the top of my cheekbone. So use your fingers, like I'm using my fingers here to almost roll it into my skin. So it's almost like a pushing technique. I'm just going to bring that up around the eyebrow. So this section here, just from above your eyebrow, just to kind of the top of your cheekbone, that is called, we would call it your C section. So it's like a C, or a backward C, or a C on this side. So that is going to be your C section. Now when you are going, you can actually feel your cheekbone. So it's really important to do that and get familiar with your own face. So I'm just using my finger to really push and almost roll that in. And once I've done that, I'm just bringing it down to just underneath my eye and just the top of my cheekbone. I wouldn't go too far in, especially, it depends on your own skin. A lot of people do have kind of open pores, I certainly do. And scarring, and anything that's highlighted, that's going to very much highlight the open pores and scarring or any kind of uneven pigment. So again, I'm just building that product up and just rolling it in. And it is just about working it, like the more that you kind of play around with it and just work it with the oils of your fingers, the nicer and more even it's gonna look. I'm gonna do the same on the other side. So just keeping that in that section. The next place I'm gonna do it is just down the center of my nose. And I'm just going to put a tiny bit on my cupid's bow. So you can as well, if you want, put a little bit on your chin, so it's up to you how shiny you want to look, or how, so anywhere where the sun would hit your face, so it's kind of all the high points of your face. But just remember as well that if you do kind of, I suppose, highlighting will always bring something forward, so it's always going to highlight it and bring it forward. So if you want something to look less, you almost want to push it back. You need something darker product on that area. So once I have I'm happy enough with the cream product, I'm now gonna go in with a powder product. So we always use kind of cream products first, and then we use powder after, and that way the powder almost sets the cream. It also, with highlighting, obviously, it will set it, but it will also start working with your skin oils because it is a shimmery product, and it's just going to look shinier. So this time I'm going to take Too Faced Candlelight, and this is Warm Glow. It's a really nice product actually, and I'm going to take a little bit of that, and I'm going to take a smaller brush. So this is a Sigma brush, and it is an E40 tapered blending brush. I'm going to take a little bit of this product, and I'm just going to go over where I put the cream initially. So again, nice light circling movement, so backwards and forwards, so clockwise and anti-clockwise. And I've just highlighted everywhere where I had put the cream. You can also kind of put a tiny bit in the center of your lip if you want them to look a little bit bigger. But that is strobing. And as you can see, for people like myself with, sorry, I have a little bit of a lash hair or something there. For people like myself with kind of bad skin or kind of acne scarring or whatever, it might be a little bit too highlighting, especially for any of my open pores or scars, and it is quite extreme. It's really lovely for summer, but it is very extreme. But you can see kind of the glow on my skin, and some people love it, some people don't, but that is strobing. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you have any other video requests that you'd like me to do, please do comment below, and I will look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much.